Hey guys, what's up? It's Twiller Dog Hood, and today we're gonna be reviewing Hitman 3. So, yes, first of all, if you talk about the specs of Hitman 3, then if you're the best way to play Hitman 3 is if your PC can handle the graphics on ultra settings, because that's when the game shines, right? Because the game has so good graphics, and the graphics of this game are so well designed that it immerses you into this, the world of Hitman 3, and the graphics are best played when it's on ultra. If your PC can handle the ultra, the graphics are gonna look so good. And if you talk about the levels, they're so well designed and well made that if you go to destinations like this, there are these different destinations of Hitman 3, like Dubai, Dortmund, Berlin, and Shangguan. And these the way I'm saying this is that you get immersed into this, different levels. Like if you go to China level like this, you get immersed, you get the vibe of the city back alleys and a city shining bright at night with rain, and you're in the back alleys doing hitman stuff like killing people. Yeah, and if we go to this level in England, it has that dark, depressing vibe going on, and when you play it, you see the completely two different worlds that you get to experience in this game, and not too different, but you know, 6 to 7 different worlds. All these levels here, all these levels have different kind of vibes, and these all are not like small levels. These are vast levels with lots of detail, lots of things to do, and lots of ways to tackle your target. And they have a lot of replayability, if I might add. You can replay these levels again and again and again, and always find new things to do, and always see things that you have never experienced in your whole playthrough. This is just like Red Dead Redemption 2. You can play it again and again and again, and every time you're gonna get your mind's gonna be blown. You're gonna find something new. You're gonna do something new. So it is a good game, and if you are a fan of Hitman series, you know how these games go. And if we talk about the controls of the game, then the controls of the game are the same as Hitman 1 and Hitman 2. So, like in Hitman 1 and Hitman 2, what you did is this, it's basically the same controls, and but with better graphics and a better overall feel to the controls, as I might add. And it is really great. If you've played those games, you can play this without entering the tutorial at all. It's easy, simple. It's just more Hitman, as I have to say. It's just more Hitman, more of Hitman, but better, right? Yeah. So if you're a fan of series and you want to see the conclusion of the ending of the Agent 47 story that's been going on, you have to get this game, because this has a satisfying conclusion to the story, and it's really good. And if I talk about the story, then if you don't know the story of Hitman, then this game story is really out of touch for you. It's the first time getting into the Hitman series, play the game. You could play the game, but without the story of the game, you won't really enjoy the game that much. So if you really want to play this game, I think you should play Hitman 1 or Hitman 2 first, or you can just, understand the concept of the Hitman games, the story from YouTube, but it won't be as good. If you play Hitman 1 or Hitman 2, you will understand the story much more clearly in Hitman 3. So the story, if you're a new player in Hitman, the story part will get um, really, you won't understand the story. It will get a bit hazy for you. So if you really want this game and you have never played a Hitman game before, you should get Hitman 1 or Hitman 2 first, experience it, and then see what the story is, see the gameplay and all that stuff. If you've played Hitman games before, you can play this. You're a really, really big fan of Hitman, you should definitely get this. And you can also pirate this game. This game's out for pirating in many of the websites like Skid Row, so you can get from there if you want. If you don't want to spend money, if you can spend money and you want to get the legal way, you can get from Steam. No, you can get from Epic Games and not from Steam. Right now, it's not available on Steam. It's only available on Epic Games, as far as I know. So let's get in and show you guys the gameplay of this game. It's been a really long while talking about the game, but now let's show the gameplay and tell you more about the game. So guys, here we are in the level of Hitman 3, and you can see how good the game looks. I have booted up this level to show you the in-game graphics. I'm currently running on ultra settings, and you can see how good the game looks. I mean, there is a lot of different things I need to cover about the game's looks and the levels of details in this game, and you can clearly see how good the game looks. I mean, look at the reflections that are casted by these neon lights everywhere into these watery streets down below, and in ultra settings, it is really good. And if you have an RTX, there is ray tracing, which will make this even better. I currently run GTX, so yeah, it does not have ray tracing, but this looks good. You can tell by looking at this. And in a YouTube video, you won't be able to tell it completely, but when you play the game, it's much better. YouTube compresses the video very much, and when I'm screen recording, it becomes more compressed. And this is a really detailed environment. You can see really detailed everywhere. You can see the signs, and there is like nothing with no detail. Everything is filled with detail, and it took a lot of time for developers to make this, and it just looks amazing. It looks like you're really in the city. And if I want to show you how vast these levels can be. So first of all, this is the level, and it is very huge. I'm sure you can tell by how the level looks right now, but this is not all. If you go here, you can see level 1, which means I'm on the ground level of this main map. And there are a lot of levels. You can see level 2, you can see there is level 2, there is level 3, and there are all kinds of levels. Now these levels, level 1, level 2, level 3, are the levels of a building. So there are a lot of buildings that you can go to, and all of these buildings too have a lot of detail inside them, and you can go to all these levels of these buildings. And then you can also go to ground floors, level 0, level -1, -2, -3. These all are the underground levels. So yeah, a lot of detail on these levels, and a very huge map. And not just this map, every map of this game is this huge. So it has a lot of content within it. And you have a lot of ways to kill your target as an assassin. Mainly this game is focused on you killing targets for the story to progress. And there are a lot of ways you can kill your targets, and a lot of things happening in the level at once. And lots of details here, lots of people, and you can kill anybody. I'm sure you might know what you can do and what you cannot do, man. So yeah, there are a lot of ways to kill. You can go the silent way. You can go the, killing everybody to kill their target. And you can also explore the map. You can go to very different locations of the map. You can explore huge areas of the map. You can explore anywhere in these, abandoned apartments or stuff. And it's a very good game. And this is just a very small detail that I'm sharing with you about the vast maps and the good graphics of the game. This is a very small spectacle of what this game can offer. And you can play this levels again and again and discover new things, just like I said previously. So, in conclusion, I just want to say that this is a really great game, and you should buy it if you're a fan of Hitman series. You should definitely get this one. And I have currently been found trespassing, so that's not great. It's a really good game. It's a really good, open world maps, and you can clearly get this game, and you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. Now, if you're new to the Hitman series, you should um, play Hitman 1 or Hitman 2 first. But if you're not new to the Hitman series and you know the story is hard to follow. It's the last game to conclude the story. But this game looks amazing, and it's really good. My review is You can just take the game as soon as you can, and if you want to play Hitman 1 or Hitman 2 first, you can get it very easily through piracy. They are easily pirated, those games, and you can get pretty easily. So yeah, if you want this game, you can get it. That's been my review, and thanks for watching.